the Kiowa Nation resided up in the Black Hills region. At the time, as the story was related to me by one of the elders, a warrior had got separated from his camp, from his war party, and again for about 4 or 5 days short of death, he happened to be going through the Black Hills region, and he heard very beautiful songs being sung, and he started following the voice, the sound of the music, and come to a small hill and noticed down in the valley there was a red wolf standing on his hind legs and singing these songs. And he's kind of somewhat enchanted by the music, and as he worked closer, the red wolf acknowledged, called him down, and gave a feast, gave him food and water, and told him to carry on these songs. It's a kind of a blessing, and as long as they carry this tradition on, their people will continue to survive. Their traditions will survive. And over the centuries, they have again maintained this. It originally was a dance of the warriors, what they called the Rough Riders, the warrior society. Later on, they started acknowledging a lot of the leaders within their tribe or within their nation, and have carried this forth. In the 1930s, it was given over to the Oto people, and from there, many other tribes or nations have adopted this style of dance. It's a society dance originally of the warrior societies, now today by many of our distinguished leaders within our community. Back in the mid-1950s, some gentlemen that got together in Anadarko brought this dance back alive. It was banned for a period of time and brought back to life again in the 1950s, and that's became a way of life for many of our Southern Plains people. Back in the early 1960s, the Kiowas at that time used to be represented over at the annual Gallup ceremonial, and talking to some of the elders back then, recall them talking about how it came to the Southwest. Eventually, many of the tribes here, nations, pueblos, the Dene people have accepted this as a way of life. And so, again, we certainly want to acknowledge all the visitors, all the visiting nations, the pueblos, the Dene, many of the other tribes, for adopting and being a part of this dance. I know here in the Southwest, it's kind of an opening to a lot of our powwow celebrations. We'll be having another round of Gourd dancing, I believe, right after this afternoon session from roughly about 4 o'clock until 6 o'clock. And as the story goes, again, at the end of each song, you'll hear that wolf howl done by our singers as well as some of the dancers out there. Women customarily do not dance out in the center of the arena. They dance in the outer circle, and again, as support to many of our men. So I do again want to acknowledge all our ladies that do come out. The only time you'll see a lady coming out and dancing in the center is when they are being acknowledged, perhaps as a leader, perhaps they have served in our communities among our people. So again, I want to acknowledge all our ladies out of respect and to their humbleness being a part of this circle. Again, I want to acknowledge Richard. Yeah, I want to thank our brother coming down, coming all the way down from Wisconsin, kind of in support of his brother. His brother originally was to serve as our head Gourd dancer, and had gotten sick a couple of days ago. He's in the hospital, and I believe being prepped for surgery in the next few days. So his brother asked him to come out and kind of stand in his place. So I do want to acknowledge Richard, one of our distinguished veterans among the Ho-Chunk Nation. Also one of our color guard individuals, one of the hardest working individuals. I grew up with all the Snake brothers. Originally long ago, their clan served as the clown clan. They provided a lot of laughter to a lot of our gatherings, be it religious, ceremonial, or even a lot of our powwow. So I always like to acknowledge the Snake brothers, the Snake clan, providing that certain, what we call medicine, that certain laughter. We certainly enjoy at a lot of celebrations. As an MC, a lot of times we have to be very careful as to our words and some of the stories and some of the laughter we provide and acknowledgement to many of our host nations. So again, part of that is entertaining the audience as well as educating them. So again, I want to thank Amber and the committee, Behavioral Health Resources, for inviting me to come on up and serve as our MC for today's gathering. Again, grand entry for the powwow will be at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, so again, if you have any questions as to the powwow itself, you might want to check out Amber. I believe she's sitting over here to the west side here. They do have a booth. And also they have a food booth here also. So we do encourage you to come on out and patronize them in a good way, because in part they do make this powwow possible. I'd like to acknowledge, some of the vendors that are here: Elena Beta, Danae Shawls and Beadwork, Freddie Ramirez, Cherokee, yeah, beadwork and jewelry, Mary Toledo, yeah, Southern men's style shirts, Southwest Pueblo Consultants and Counseling Services, Parenting. Some of you have some questions. We do have a number of booths that feature some of the programs that we offer here in the greater Albuquerque area. Arrow Wood, also another vendor here, Faye Saraceno, Pueblo, Acoma Pottery, Amber Meadows, beadwork, shirts. Yeah, some of you want to check out some of the native shirts, Be Indian, yeah, check out some of our vendors. Andrew Pacheco, featuring handmade jewelry from San Domingo. Rodney Chavez, yeah, one of my good brothers, featuring jewelry, beaded Southwest NFL design logos. Yeah, you want to go check him out. Turquoise Sky Jewelry Gallery. Yeah, you want to check them out. Holly Coriz, Blooming Daisies and men's wear, I believe it is. Joseph Trujillo. Excuse me, I'm trying to read some of the chicken scratching up here. A little difficult. Traditional leather jewelry. Pueblo Treasures, Diego and Geraldine Lovato, yeah, hand-painted wood jewelry and so on. Yolanda Zuni, Douglas Scott, Aramijo, Isleta, drums and jewelry. Yeah, look, checking out that drum over here. Yeah. Laura, Ho Chunk, yeah, United Healthcare. Yeah. Ed Begay, I believe it is, Navajo Crafts. Miriam Sky, Navajo Craft, Native Media Network. I want to thank all these people that have come forth setting up their concessions. And again, I wanted to acknowledge Native Media Network. Some of you might want to get copies of this filming that's going on. It is going on right now at present. So some of you want to alert people back home that can't make it over here. They might want to check it out on the web. So I believe it's nativemedianetwork.com, I think it is. Yeah, all right. So you want to alert somebody back home, you want to check it out and see who's all here. Do check in. Also, you might want to let Harmon know about some of the up-and-coming gatherings, functions, powwows, what have you. Let him know. They do cover a lot of the functions here in the Southwest. So do let him know, invite him over. And again, we're certainly appreciative in behalf of the powwow committee, them coming out and covering this year's powwow. Native Media Facebook. Here, let me introduce Harmon. He can explain a little bit about his program. Been meaning to do that all day, so Harmon Houghton.
Thank you all. Really privileged to be able to be here with you all and to cover this Strong Spirit Powwow. We are broadcasting on Facebook, Native Media Network. So if you want to tell your friends or at home, go to Facebook, Native Media Network. Thank you all for giving us the privilege to be here.
Thank you. Again, do check in with Harmon. Some of you have some up-and-coming functions, gatherings, powwows. They do cover a lot of our gatherings here, so do invite them on over. Harmon Houghton from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Yeah. All right, so again, I'd like to acknowledge our head